Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to download and set up Power BI on Windows. Power BI is a Microsoft data visualization tool and I'm going to be showing you how to download and set that up on Windows. I'll come here to Google and I'll open a new browser and then I'm going to search Microsoft Power BI downloads. I will search that, then click on this second link that says Microsoft Power BI Desktop to download the application. Scroll down and then click download, and you should download the Microsoft Power BI installation package. Choose the download you want. So you have two options to download Microsoft Power BI: Power BI Desktop Setup.exec, and then you have Power BI Desktop Setup _64bit.exec. The first option is 32-bit. It is lightweight. As you can see, the size is not as much, even though the differences are not that much. So we are going to be downloading the 64-bit. So I'm going to select the Power BI Desktop 64-bit, and then I'm going to click next, click save, and then it should download. Power BI Desktop 64bit.exec. It is downloading. We'll just let it finish. I'll double click on this. Power BI Desktop Setup Wizard. Leave that to English. Select next. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Always click yes. Welcome to the Microsoft Power BI Desktop 64-bit setup. Click agree. Next. It will be installed in the program files. You could change the location, but we're going to leave it to that and click next, and then click install. So once it is done, I will show you what it looks like. Here on the desktop we have an icon that is always easily accessible, so you can just double click on it to launch the application, but we'll wait for it to finish installing. Please wait while the setup wizard installs Microsoft Power BI Desktop 64-bit. You have successfully completed the Microsoft Power BI Desktop Setup Wizard. To close this wizard, click finish. So we're going to click finish and launch Microsoft Power BI Desktop so you can see what it looks like. So finish, and the application is launching. So we'll just give it a minute to launch. So here's Power BI Desktop. You can get data, recent data sources, open reports, and here it gives you a breakdown of the new things in this version, and then the Power BI blogs and forums and tutorials and all of that. Go through these external resources to learn more about Power BI if that is of interest to you. For now, I will give you a quick overview of the Power BI. Here is the canvas where you'll be creating all of your reports. On the top menu you have the files. You could save your files, import data, and all of that stuff. On the home tab you have the data tab. You could get data from different sources. So like here you have different data sources and you have more sources. If you click on the more, these are all of the different sources that you could be using to get data for your reports. You could also connect directly to Excel. If you have a data lake, that's another source that you could get data from. You could also get from SQL Server, or you could basically create a new table and enter your data that way. On this other section is your queries. So here for the queries, you'll be refreshing your queries here. You can use the Power Query Editor to connect, to prepare and transform your data. On these options, to go to Power Query, you could click this and then it will take you to Power Query to transform your data. Here is Power Query. We do not have any data yet to be transforming, but these are all of the tools and windows that you could use to transform your data or do any data manipulation or cleaning that you may want to do. Under the data source setting, you have your data source settings here. If you had any data sources, you will see them here. And On this next tab is the insert button, so you could insert new visuals, text box, or you could insert from app sources or from a file. And the next tab here is the calculations. This is where you do calculations either using measures or quick measures. And the next one is sensitivity. The last subsection on the home tab is the share. This is where you'll be able to publish your report to the Power BI service. Right next to home is the insert. Again, here on insert you could insert a new page, you could insert new visuals, and or you could use all of these graphic types: AI visuals, Power Platform. You could insert the Power Automate flow, or you could insert the Power Apps or an RDA report, paginated report from the report builder, or you could basically just be inserting buttons, shapes, and all of that stuff. In terms of the data modeling tab, here is again giving you a place to manage the relationships between all of the data sets within your Power BI report. On the view tab, you basically have the option to choose a different view for your reports, and on the optimize tab you could pause your reports. You could use the performance analyzer to see how well your report is performing, or you could apply visits. And here you have the help tab. On the help tab you have guided learning, training tutorials. So if you're new to Power BI, this will be a very helpful tab to visit. So on the left pane here you have your report view. So this is your canvas where you'll be creating your report. The next one is the data view, and this is where your data, the imported data, will be. You can take a quick look and see what it looks like. Next one is your model view. This is where you'll be creating relationships between different data sets or different tables that you have in your data set for the report that you want to create. Here on the bottom you have the pages. To create a new page, you just click the plus button or plus icon, you add a new page. And on the bottom right you have the zoom slider. You could zoom to see your report clearly and all of that. And then on the right pane you have the filters. So here all of the filters for your report, either you're applying filters on the page or you're applying filters across all pages. This is where you will be putting those data fields that will filter the report. Next to filters is visualization. So these are the different graphic types that you could use to create your reports with, and all of these is actually what will make your reports to make sense. So use this to create your reports, and here this will contain the fields, your data tables, and the columns that came along with it from the various data sources. On the visualization pane you have the option to get more visuals that are not included here. Some of them are third-party visuals, some of those are paid. So you just click here and click get visuals. Now it's requiring a sign in, but if you sign in you will see all of those visuals and all of that stuff. Okay, that's the quick overview of Power BI desktop. And here on just below the visualization you have the drill through. So you could add drill through values to drill through from one page to the next of your report. So add those fields here. So that is a quick overview of Microsoft Power BI desktop. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.